Yo, it's Bill Hauser, and I am making a video about how I hit 163% of my budget in my first month at a sales job. So how did I do this? Well, the first thing I'm going to say is a lot of the work went in beforehand, right? I was studying, I was reading on, I was practicing. I also had a little bit of sales experience, but not much coming into the job. So there was a little bit of work that happened beforehand, but the one thing I'm going to say that made me improve so quickly and made me see results my first month, which I'm going to be making, a little under $12,000 this month, my first month. And I wanted to hit on this thought about how increasing your experience is a way to get there. And what I mean by that is, as salespeople, we basically make our own schedules, right? We're doing the calls, we're prospecting however creatively we want, we're setting our own appointments, we're doing preparation for those appointments whenever we can. And the more that we go through this cycle of going from the call to the appointment to the close, the more experience we're gonna get and the faster we're gonna learn from our mistakes, right? If you're only making 50 calls a day and I'm making 200, I'm gonna get 4 times the appointments, right? Which means I'm gonna get 4 times the experience than anyone else in my office. And so I made a promise to myself that for the first couple of months, I'm willing, not every day, right? But most days to work 16 hours a day if I have to. I'm willing to do that because I told my sales manager this. My main goal in my job is right now to get up to speed as quickly as possible, to get to the skill level of a veteran rep as quick as possible. So if I can do that, if I can get to that skill level quicker than anyone else that came on board at the same time as me, I'm gonna win, right? And it's not all, it's a friendly competition. We're salespeople, we're competing against each other based on numbers. But I also want my other, the people I work with to succeed. I created like a cold call system. I created a preparation system for appointments. I created a storyline for how do we tell our story on the appointment and face-to-face meetings, right? I created all these things because I had so much experience in the first month, relatively speaking, right? Not as much as someone who's been doing this for 9 years, obviously, but I had so much experience, relatively speaking, in that first month that I already saw how I could streamline the processes, right? How could I streamline cold calling so that it happens quickly? How could I streamline my preparation process so I'm not taking 2 hours preparing for an appointment, I'm instead taking 20 minutes, 1/10 of that. Or that's not 1/10 of it, whatever, it's 1/6. And I also created the storyline for the face-to-face appointments, right? So that I can tell, so that you can speak in a story that makes sense to the customer as to why they should be considering what it is you're offering. So I created all these processes because I had all this experience in my head in such a short period of time that I had to dump it out and create like step by